looks like your guys got the message from yesterday.
They did a good job. We worked hard before the game today and had good intent with what we were doing. And I thought the first inning set a really good tone. There's stuff that won't show up in the box score in that inning, which was a massive step forward from where we've been to this point. And then the second inning, I like those. There's 2 outs, nobody on, and 2 strikes, and we ended up with 5 runs after that. With a single, a stolen base, another single, and just really quality and professional at bat type hitting there. And then I think Jared hit a homer in the next one and kept it going. I don't know how many innings we didn't score in, but I don't think it was many.
In terms of those things you were working on, was that mostly pitch selection sort of stuff?
I mean, that's always a part of what we're doing. There's the mental game, approach to the at bat. There's the timing of being in position. There's seeing the baseball. There's moving your body correctly. There's understanding what you can and hit and can't hit. Less than 2 strikes, 2 strikes, runners in scoring position. All of those are facets of it, and you got to pick out the guy and where they're at. Some of them you have to start with just a stronger mental game. Some of them it can be a vision thing. Some of them it can be a timing, a pitch selection, or a swing thing. And we really wanted to simplify, and it's good work. And I think hopefully it's some positive reinforcement, or the positive reinforcement that they got out of some of the results today. Hopefully will lead them back to where we were trying to get them.
Paxton seemed to have a really good week.
He had a great week.
Played defensively. Is he going to be another one of those guys that's just going to be really hard to kind of take out?
Yeah, I hope so. That's always was the plan, and it was hard to keep him out last year. I mean, we could have won the national championship last year still with him continuing to play. There's no doubt in my mind. So I think we made the most of that time. I think he's getting closer and closer to being a real player, and I'm excited for him and excited for us.
Was today a nice step forward for Michael Braswell with that
Yeah,
triple?
yeah. I think we've been getting there this weekend. I thought he had a really good game on Thursday. He got a bunt down on Friday. I don't remember the rest of that game. I gave him a day off yesterday just to get his legs underneath him, and I want that explosiveness to remain in his body. So those kinds of things and decisions are important, and really happy for him. Think he got some approach stuff scored away, and mindset stuff scored away, and that'll be a really good thing for our team, because I've seen a very good player, since he's been here.
Do you think some of the mechanical stuff with his power is starting to show through a little bit once he started to put the ball in play?
Well, I don't know if I would say it's recent. I would say it was a big overhaul in the fall, and then we started to see it. Like, it started to come, and then you're adding different elements. Packed stadium, want to do well. Sometimes you can get out of the things that made the improvement in the first place, and I think he's back on track. I'm excited about where he's headed.
I guess this is coming up your first traditional week where you have a midweek game and then some weekend games. I mean, just how do you go about balancing pitching with going?
We couldn't be in a better spot. I don't think anybody got overused this weekend. I mean, Fidel went 2 today, but I don't think he threw very many pitches, which was great. And then we scored a few. Otherwise, he would have had to go back out there. But there's part of it too. It's like you don't get a lot of games like that where you get a chance to get guys in and develop them, and we have to do that. I mean, the position player thing is really tough for me, because you could take a couple of these guys that we're all talking about that are walking in here and being interviewed by you out and put somebody else in, and it wouldn't change the game. It's just we've got a good thing of depth on both sides right now, and I'm excited to keep working with all of them.
How would you overall just analyze your pitching staff today, just their overall performance, the bright spots?
Yeah, bright spots. I thought Coleman getting his pitch count up. I really think he only had, one mistake pitch. But that's a good sign. For as old as he is, he still doesn't have a lot of college innings under his belt. But the luxury that we have with the depth to be able to put a pitcher of Javen's caliber out there on Game 4 of the weekend is awesome. Man, that is a really good thing for our team. Then, all those guys that followed after him have talent. Mike and Christian had some tough results, but I really believe in how much they've improved. So I'm looking forward to seeing them get back out there and respond with a solid outing. After that, I'm not sure where we went. I thought Cam was better. Fidel was great. Will did his job. DJ was good again. So it's a good story of the early season of what quality strike throwing he's doing. Aiden Moffitt, the more Aiden improves, the more our team's going to improve. And I was really happy to get Nick out there for his first college appearance, and one hitter, one strikeout. So I thought it was mostly good. I mean, there's little parts of getting ahead in the count and strike one and 2 out of 3 and all those things, and not letting one bad at bat turn into another one. But that's part of developing. That's why it's so important to be able to get some games like today where you can get guys in there and do that.
Coach, losing 5-2 on Friday against Stony Brook, winning yesterday in a bounce-back win against Northern Illinois. What's it just like to see Gavin Coleman go 4 innings, 2 earned runs, walking 1 batter, striking out 6, while facing 16 batters? Just the composure that Milazzo has with your pitching staff. Also, what lies ahead, getting to Reckley Park the next few days, and then going out to Minute Maid Park next weekend, this upcoming weekend.
That was a lot. I'll do the best I can. It's okay. Javen, as I mentioned, I thought was great. And again, I think it's a luxury for us to have a starting pitcher available on day 4 of a weekend that we haven't had to use yet. That's great. And he's only going to get better as the season goes along. As far as moving ahead, really excited we'll leave tomorrow afternoon and get over there and have a good day lifting and practicing on Tuesday. And then we'll play at Rice on Wednesday. Reckling Park's one of my favorite parks in the entire country. Have some good memories there, with past teams. And looking forward to taking this team there. And the Astros Minute Maid thing's cool. And it's probably the most important recruiting area for our program, even though we're going to recruit nationally. But there's a lot of really good players there, including, 2 of our best signees for next year that we're hoping to get through the draft and get through. And if you go in that ballpark this weekend I would assume on Friday or Saturday night, I don't know why you would turn down coming to college, So hopefully all of our recruits in that area will show up and see that this is not something that they should bypass, for any amount of money.
What was part of the thinking in traveling on Monday instead of Tuesday?
We're busing, we're not taking a charter. We have a number limit on how many charters we can take, and because we're playing the Tuesday, Wednesday at North Dakota State, I made the decision after 2 games, I would rather do that. So it's an easy travel day on that Thursday morning. So anytime we get on a bus, we go early, to recover. I actually don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. This has been a lot on their feet, for 10 days. So put your feet up and put on a good movie or something and relax for a little bit. All their homework's due tonight, so they're going to have that done, before we before we leave, and really just rest. It's to maximize rest more than anything else.
Is Cade set up for Wednesday to start?
Well, he didn't pitch, so that's a possibility, and probably a good one. Yeah, good for us.
I'd say offensively, would just from big picture standpoint, would you say, because obviously you guys have the talent, so are most of the adjustments just mental things?
It's the game. It's the game, and nobody wants to hear it or understands it. That watches football and basketball and thinks it's the same thing, but I have 3 TVs in my house, in my office, and Florida's up 1-0 in the 8th. And Texas A&M beat Wagner 2-0, and so it's not just going to happen all the time easily. So that's why the work's important, and that's why the intent of the work's important. That's why having motivated guys that are excited to show up at 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. on a day, game 8 in 10 days, and work like it's the first day of practice, which they did. It's awesome. And as long as they keep that mindset, then we'll have hope. It's going to get harder, and so we have to be harder, type thing.
And it was a big day for Stephen Milam defensively.
Big day.
What sort of makes him so exceptional when it comes to his defense?
He's got great baseball instincts. He's been playing since he was a small guy. Like I said, I'm a college coach, and I knew who he was and knew him and met him when he was in 7th grade, So his whole life built around baseball. He's a perfect player for me, perfect player for our program. and very happy he's here and proud of him, because he's a way better player today than he was when he showed up here.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
All right,
Thanks, Coach.
see you guys in Houston.